Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Baku 2015 closing ceremony of the first European Games.
Hanımlar ve canablar, sizi Bakü 2015 birinci Avropa oyunlarının bağlanış mərasimində salamlayırıq.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, İlham Aliyev, the First Lady of Azerbaijan and Chair of the Baku 2015 European Games Organizing Committee, Mehriban Aliyeva, and the President of the European Olympic Committees, Patrick Hickey.
Hanımlar ve canablar, qarşılayın Azərbaycan Respublikasının Prezidenti İlham Əliyev, Azərbaycanın birinci xanımı və Bakı 2015 Avropa Oyunları Təşkilat Komitəsinin sədri Mehriban Aliyeva, Avropa Olimpiya Komitələrinin Prezidenti Patrick Hickey.
The closing ceremony will explore the union of traditional and modern Azerbaijani culture. We'll see how the past is shaping the present and influencing the future.
Azerbaijan, well known for its carpets. You just saw one there. They've been around since the 2nd century BC in Azerbaijan. They're still made, of course, today. A link between the ancient and the modern, a theme which you'll see throughout this ceremony, where the old meets the new.
Symphonic arrangement of the national anthem performed for the very first time. ceremony explores the rich traditions of Azerbaijani music, dance and architecture from the past and the present.
Yes, the old and the new, very much the theme. You can see the difference. Instruments, the old and the new. 5 traditional Azerbaijani instruments. They're called a tar, kamanch, balaton, nagara and a jura. Alongside them, the more recognisable violin, electric guitar, keyboard and saxophone. The building you can see at the back of the stage is one of the most famous landmarks in Azerbaijan, right in the centre of Baku in the old city. It's called the Maiden Tower. All visitors to Baku are taken to this right at the start of any tourist trail, believed to have been built around the 12th century. This one here, you can see this model is 10 meters high. The actual Maiden Tower is 3 times taller.
And it's part of the historical and remarkable Baku Old City, UNESCO World Heritage Site. the geometric patterns you find on Azerbaijani carpets reflected in this sequence.
It took 12,500 hours to make these 3 giant skirts, 24 performers under each of them.
At this stage, we have more than 500 dancers on the stage. The music is based on a traditional Azerbaijani folk song. to the maiden tower, peel away to reveal the spectacular Flame Towers.
Another of Baku's most famous landmarks, built in 2012.
Light in the city, LEDs creating the effect of flames.
Gönüllü olmak. Sevinmek.
Özümü keşfetmek. Daha da güçlü olmak.
Eğletlendirmek.
This is a tribute to the 12,500 Flamekeeper volunteers whose energy, enthusiasm and remarkable dedication have contributed to the success of Baku 2015.
Azerbaijan's called the land of flowers, so of course the volunteers had to be called Flamekeepers, and they've kept the flame very well over these past 17 days. Volunteers play such an important role at the major games, and these have been no exception. If you ask visitors here in Baku what they'll remember most about the games, many will tell you it's the warmth of the welcome. The people here in Baku have really gone out of their way to make everybody feel at home, spectators and athletes alike, and the Flamekeepers have led the way in that feel-good factor.
Always a smile for everyone in their blue and purple and white tops there. 11,000 of them were made here in Baku for the volunteers, and they have loved every minute of it.
And this is really part of the legacy of Baku 2015, these 12,500 people who now have experience in working at a major event, the biggest event that this country has ever hosted. And they will have learned so much. So the next time Baku comes to do something a bit like this, well, already they have a number of people who are well qualified to do so.
Güvenmek. Gömeğe çatmak.
Yeni dostlar tapmak.
Sevdiğin işle meşgul olmak.
Yeni uğurlar elde etmek.
Avrupa oyunlarının gönüllüsü olmak.
And there they all are inside the stadium watching. And now we have a celebratory song for the athletes.
Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, the flags of nations.
Xanımlar və cənablar, qarşılayın dövlətlərin bayraqları.
Pakistan choir there from Baku, aged 10 to 18. And they're all holding water lilies, which are a symbol of peace and unity.
And behind them then the flag bearers from the 50 countries which have participated in these inaugural European Games enter the arena. You can see the names of the countries as well revolving around the stadium. It's always an honour for an athlete to be selected to carry the flag for their country. Greece and Azerbaijan leading the way. Azerbaijan as a host nation, Greece as a birthplace of the Olympic movement. The flag bearer for Azerbaijan is Teymur Mammadov, who won a gold medal in the boxing light heavyweight division, a bronze medalist from London 2012, but he's got a gold medal here and one of many Azerbaijani stars of these games. Such a successful games for Azerbaijan. They've ended up finishing second in the medal table.
The Greek flag bearer there is Dimitriou. He's a swimmer for Greece.
Number of gold medalists from these games. Among the flag bearers, you might have seen the French flag, Nicolas Doriano, swimming gold medalist in the 1500 metres freestyle, Joe Joyce of Great Britain, a gold medalist in the super heavyweight boxing, Russia's Anton Chubkov, swimming gold medalist,
Italy's Alessio Facconi, gold medalist in the men's individual foil in the fencing.
for Romania, Anna Maria Branca, a fencing gold medalist in the women's individual épée. Of course, we now await the arrival of their teammates. The rest of the athletes will be arriving very shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes of the first European Games.
Xanımlar və cənablar, qarşılayın 1-ci Avropa oyunlarının idmançıları.
So here they come. The music in the background arranged by DJ Mansur Ahmedov, a mixture of modern pop and traditional Azerbaijani music, designed to be uplifting and inspiring. Well, it's certainly uplifting, and that's going to be the tempo we see throughout the remainder of this ceremony. A time for celebration at the end of these 17 days of competition.
And not forgetting all the training that these athletes had to put in before they even got here. And here they are, ready to relax. The personal bests, their own memorable stories, relax and enjoy the closing few hours of their Baku experience. Taking photographs, selfies, moments never to be forgotten.
As is traditional for a closing ceremony, the athletes all coming in together, not just behind their own country's flag, but all mixing in amongst each other, a symbol of comradeship, friendship at the end of the competition.
They've lived together in the athletes' village, mixed, eaten together, competed against each other, made great friendships. What an experience. For some, especially the young ones, who've never been to a multi-games, multi-sports games events before.
You can see the Azerbaijan flag waving proudly in the crowd. It has been a remarkable games, really, for the host nation. Any games thrives on the success of the home athletes, and these are no exception. Azerbaijan finishing second in the medal table with 21 gold medals, a total of 56 medals overall, only beaten by Russia, who had a quite remarkable performance at these games. Russia won a total of 79 gold medals, 40 silver, 45 bronze, a grand total of 164 medals.
Great Britain in third position in the medal table, 18 golds, 47 in total. Germany just tucked in behind there on 16 in the gold medal area, and 66 overall. Kosovo even got their first medal as an independent country.
And I'm sure what the organisers will be pleased about is that of the 50 nations competing, 42 are leaving with at least one medal. So the vast majority of countries here have won their reward.
Being part of something special like this, it's not just about the medals, it is about personal bests, pushing yourself. The games are about the athletes, and they're getting a huge round of applause from this Azerbaijani crowd, as you would expect.
When Patrick Hickey, the president of the European Olympic Committees, first came up with the idea of a European Games, his main reason behind that was because he wanted the European athletes to have more experience. Every other continent already has its own continental games. Europe was the one continent that missed out, the one missing Olympic ring, as Patrick Hickey described it in his address at the opening ceremony. And his argument was that European athletes were at a disadvantage when it came to the Olympic experience because they hadn't necessarily had the same kind of experiences as some of their competitors from other continents. But by being put in an athlete's village, by learning to live with your teammates and your competitors over the period of the games is an experience which you gain from, and that is the theory behind these games. I think, having spoken to many of the athletes over the past 2 weeks, they have really relished the opportunity as well. Many of the athletes here are young. It's the first time they've done anything like this. They haven't been to an Olympics before, many of them. But yet, for those who do qualify for Rio next year, they will have learned many valuable lessons from this event.
Azerbaijan in particular have relished this opportunity to show their country, their facilities, their culture to the world at large. They performed exceptionally well. Look at those smiling faces of the Azerbaijani team. And they've excelled in sports that you wouldn't necessarily associate with Azerbaijan. They've worked hard to get their athletes up to the top level. We had 20 sports, including 4 non-Olympic sports. We had the 3x3 basketball, beach soccer, karate and sambo. Rio, of course, on the horizon. Qualification opportunities there for some of these athletes in archery, athletics, boxing, cycling, judo, shooting, swimming, table tennis, taekwondo, triathlon, volleyball and wrestling.
I think the question on many people's lips over these games has been, what next? What next for Baku? They have done such an exceptional job with hosting this event, and remember they did so in such a short time scale. It was only December 2012 when they were awarded the games. 2.5 years. Compare that to an Olympic Games when cities are given a full 7 years to prepare. This has been done very quickly and very effectively. And one of the reasons Baku wanted to host these games was to show the world that they can do it. They've bid twice in the past to host an Olympics and haven't made the final candidate shortlist. Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens next. Will they take this on one step further? Patrick Hickey saying to me earlier in the week he believes that Baku will launch a bid in the next few months to try to host 2024 Summer Olympics. If they do, they'll be up against some strong contenders like Paris and Rome and Hamburg and Boston and Budapest. But definitely they've shown the world that they can do it, and that was one of their big incentives behind bringing these games to Baku.
And in the red there, Team Russia, what a games they've had. Hugely impressive performances in wrestling, in boxing, in the pool. Lots of gold medals on show.
You get the feeling this party's just starting, don't you? It's going to be a late night for some people in Baku tonight, I think.
Yep, and there's been such a dance theme. I feel there's going to be a lot more dancing going on to the small hours.
There's been a lot of speculation about which music act might take part in the show. We had Lady Gaga in the opening ceremony, lots of muttering, whispering, talk around who might be appearing at this ceremony. So we'll have to see what happens. But certainly, I think the people here are looking to party this evening.
We shall see. Meantime, the athletes enjoying their walk around in front of this 68,000 strong crowd. Still coming into the stadium. They'll walk all the way around and then take their places in the stands and watch the rest of the closing ceremony.
When you host something, do something for the first time, there's always that element of the unknown. Many of the athletes coming here, they really didn't know what to expect, and I think the smiles tell the story. They have been perhaps sometimes surprised by the warmth of the welcome, the incredible standard of the facilities. The venues have been first class. The crowds have got behind the games. The standard of competition on the whole has been very good as well. Yes, there'll be lessons to be learned like anything which is done for the first time. Things perhaps will be done a little differently next time. The sport of athletics didn't manage to host its best athletes in Europe here, but the promise has been made that will be different in 4 years' time. Another question is which city will host these games in 4 years' time. We haven't got an official host yet, but we're told we will have one by the end of the year. 4 cities currently now bidding to host these games. The job of giving that to another city, I think, has got a lot easier for the European Olympic committees after the success of these games. Russia, well, their athletes, perhaps that's one country that could be interested in bringing the games to them. In 2019, the Netherlands have been due to host the games. They have pulled out, but other countries are now vying to take over that mantle.
Want to forget the moment in the Olympic Stadium. Neither does he.
So once the athletes are all inside the stadium, we then move on to the formal part of proceedings. We'll hear from the First Lady of Azerbaijan, and we'll hear from Patrick Hickey, the chairman of the European Olympic Committees, as they formally bring the games to a close. And then we move on to what is, I'm sure, a celebration of a job that most agree was very well done.
Geometric patterns still in the middle of the arena, and they'll have a part to play later on. This is the Greek team.
One gold medal for Greece, 4 silver and 4 bronze. And still they come. 6,000 athletes in the games. Of course, they're not all still here. Many have had to return to their respective homelands and take part in other competitions or prepare for other competitions. But as you can see, many athletes do remain here in Baku for this closing ceremony.
It's burning brightly still. Cauldron, which is the eclipse lit in the opening ceremony. Not going to be lit too much longer.
It's been starting to wear off already. It's quite warm in Baku.
Hard not to get involved in smiling at those amazingly happy faces. Great scenes here at the Olympic Stadium. There has been rather unfortunate though, but he's determined to get round.
For every winner there's a loser. For every person who's had a games to remember, perhaps there are always others who have to remember them for slightly different reasons. That is the nature of sport.
The young Great Britain swimmers did very well in the pool.
these athletes needed any incentive to work harder over the coming months, well, they've certainly had it here. They know what to expect in Rio. They've had just a little taste now. Many of them will not have qualified yet for their respective Olympic teams, but they'll be off back home to train hard, compete hard, and do what they need to do to try to get into the team, to go through this all again in 12 months' time.
The Netherlands team, 8 gold medals for the Dutch, 29 in total. Team Ireland, 2 gold medals for Ireland.
In the boxing, Ireland, as always, strong when it comes to boxing. Fourth place in the medal table for Germany. 16 gold medals.
Their flag bearer was Martina Vrijos, a medalist in judo, the European champion. You see the athletes heading into the stand there. 6,000 in total at the games, but quite as many here. Walk around, enjoy themselves, get sat down. So we've had all these photographs taken with their flag and other people's flags.
The competition amongst these countries is bound to be fierce in Rio 2016. Traditionally, there's been a strong contest in recent years for that sort of third, fourth place in the medal table, the leading European nation, with China and the United States recently doing so well in summer games. But it was Team GB, Great Britain, who finished third in London 2012. I'm sure Russia, Germany, France and a few of these other European nations will have something to say about that in Brazil next year.
The performance Russia put on here, yeah, surely a force to be reckoned with in Rio. Placard bearers there, with names on top of the metal filigree, which is a decorative feature in Azerbaijan.
And they're all carrying those water lilies which you mentioned earlier, which were initially held by that children's choir, but they're passing on to the flag bearers, one to each country, as a symbol of peace and unity. See on the right of your screen, Joe Joyce, the British flag bearer, a gentle giant, gold medalist for boxing.
And also a very good artist, so good with his hands, the ease on the paintbrush, as well as the magic in the ring.
When I say a gentle giant, perhaps not so gentle in the ring, but gentle outside it anyway. So the athletes taking their seats, which is going to move us now to the formal part of the ceremony. You're going to hear 2 speeches. You'll hear from the First Lady and also Patrick Hickey, the chairman of the European Olympic Committees, and that will formally bring the games to a close. Then, of course, that flame you'll see will die out. But there is much more to come after the flame has been extinguished.
organisation, getting everyone seated and in place. Your volume numbers. This has been practiced time and time again to perfection.
And incredible, really, when you think that this stadium hadn't even been thought of 30 months ago. And here it is now, shining brightly in the Baku city landscape. Because the timescale was so tight to build some of the venues, they actually had to have the design and construction processes working alongside each other. So they started to excavate the site, begin the construction while the designers were still working on it as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the First Lady of the Republic of Azerbaijan and Chair of the Baku 2015 European Games Organizing Committee, Mehriban Aliyeva, and the President of the European Olympic Committees, Patrick Hickey.
Xanımlar və cənablar, gəlin birlikdə Azərbaycan Respublikasının birinci xanımı və Bakı 2015 Avropa Oyunları Təşkilat Komitəsinin sədri Mehriban Əliyevanı və Avropa Olimpiya Komitələrinin prezidenti Patrick Hickey'ni salamlayaq.
Your Excellency İlham Aliyev, President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, President of the European Olympics Committees, Patrick Hickey, Your Excellencies, European Games athletes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the closing ceremony of the first European Games. Hörmətli həmvətənlər, birinci Avropa oyunlarının uğurla başa çatma münasibəti ilə sizi ürəkdən təbrik edirəm. Oyunlar zamanı Azərbaycan yığma komandasına, Avropa atletlərinə və çoxsayıqlı qonaqlarımıza göstərdiyiniz dostluq, qonaqpərvərlik və dəstəyə görə sizə dərin minnətdarlığımı bildirirəm. Müstəqil Azərbaycana yeni qələbələr, Azərbaycan xalqına xoşbəxtlik və əmin amanlıq arzulayıram. Dear friends, the first European Games have come to an end. The last 17 days were remarkable and unforgettable in the history of Azerbaijan. We are proud that the first European Games were held in our country. We are proud that within only 2.5 years, Azerbaijan has turned its commitment into a reality and delivered a sporting event of the highest standard. Over the last 17 days, we witnessed unity, solidarity, and friendship between European nations. I would like to express my deep gratitude to the people of Azerbaijan and the President of the Republic of Azerbaijan for their great support to the Games and the athletes. The entire nation is proud of our athletes. They have won a total of 56 medals, including 21 gold medals, and finished second in the overall medals table. Athletes of Azerbaijan, your success makes you a great example to the next generations. I would like to thank all the athletes who participated in these games. Thank you for making this first European Games such an unforgettable festival of sport. You treated us to amazing performance of passion, courage, and grace. These games These games have been your games, and your achievements have been truly inspirational. Congratulations to you all. I would like to express my thanks and appreciation to the European Olympic Committees and their president, Mr. Patrick Hickey, whose vision and determination turned the idea of European Games into a reality. I would also like to thank Chair of the Coordination Commission, Spiros Kapralas, for his invaluable guidance during our preparations. Thank you to the members of the Games Organizing Committee and all our international partners for your commitment and dedication. Thank you to the many loyal fans who traveled from across Europe to support their teams. You celebrated victories. You offered comfort in defeat. You brought passion, excitement, and a friendly atmosphere to the Games. I would like to thank all our wonderful volunteers. We could not have staged this event without you. Your enthusiasm and professionalism has helped us to bring the spirit of Baku 2015 to life. A country which has such a talented youth has a great future. A big thank you also to our international volunteers. You traveled to Azerbaijan from across Europe to help us organize this historic event and to be a part of this festival of sport and friendship. We will miss you and hope you will come back. Azerbaijan opened its arms and its heart to Europe. We welcome old friends and made new ones. This evening, we say goodbye to you all, but we hope to see you back in Azerbaijan for future events. Next year, Baku will host the 42nd Chess Olympiad and the Formula One European Grand Prix. In 2017, we will welcome the 4th Islamic Solidarity Games. And in 2020, European Championship football matches will be played in our city. Tonight, we will extinguish the cauldron and bring the first European Games to a close. As curtain falls on this celebration of sport and friendship, I am overwhelmed by an enormous sense of pride in our country and our people. The past 17 days will live forever in our hearts. It will be an unforgettable moment in our history that passes down through the generations. Thank you, athletes. Thank you, friends. Thank you, Azerbaijan.
Your Excellency, President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, Ilham Aliyev, Chair of Baku, Chair of Baku 2015, First Lady Mehriban Aliyeva, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, athletes of Europe, and everyone who has shared in this superb 17-day celebration of sports, thank you. The spark which ignited the European Games has come from the land of fire. Azerbaijan, you have been warm and gracious hosts under the leadership of President Aliyev and First Lady Aliyeva. The Baku 2015 European Games Operation Committee delivered arenas fit for the best sportsmen and sportswomen in Europe, a gold medal standard of operational excellence, and a team of new young heroes, your fantastic volunteers. And all that in the space of 30 months. The sports facilities you have created here will serve your athletes, your communities, and your young people for years to come. Thank you all for the commitment you have shown to this great project. Thank you to the National Olympic Committees. You saw what these games could mean for European sport, and you prepared your teams to hit peak performance on the field of play. Thank you to the international and European federations. You came to these games with your minds open to innovation, and together we showed that these modern-day multi-sports events can fit the needs and necessities of any city. And to the athletes of Europe, thank you. You have represented your countries and your continent with honour and distinction. A great games is defined by great sport. Great sport is what you have given us. I hope these games stay with you, your satisfaction in victory, your lessons in defeat. Now that you have lived, trained and competed with Europe's best, you are ready to face the world at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games. Europe is a continent of contrast and great rivalries, of diversity and history and competition. But here at the European Games, we came together under a common flag, united by a common belief that sport and the pursuit of the Olympic ideal elevates us to a place where what we share means more than what sets us apart. A belief that every 4 years, for 2 glorious weeks, we, 50 nations of Europe, can become one. These were the games on which to build all future European Games. The foundations of an event that will endure and inspire. To the European Olympic family and to our friends around the world, I say this with complete certainty. The future is bright for Azerbaijan, the future is bright for the European Games, and the future is bright for the magnificent athletes of Europe. So now, with gratitude, with pride and with great optimism, I declare the Baku 2015 inaugural European Games closed. Thank you, Baku. Chuksa. Thank you, Azerbaijan.
the gold medal standard of operational excellence, Patrick Hickey's description of these games. And now, just a few images. We'll see more a little later on, but these are athletes who have come to Baku, reveled in the experience, but as the First Lady was saying, this is a city that is not stopping here. Formula One will make its debut in Azerbaijan next year. Sailing World Championships next year as well. The World Chess Olympiad. The people of Baku have definitely got a taste for it over these past 2 weeks. They'll be hoping for more big events in the future. So now we move on to a section of the ceremony which is called the Energy of Youth. You're going to see a focus on technology as well. You're going to enjoy this. This is a really fun part of this closing ceremony. And this man you can see, or you could see, with Salah. And that's Jar Jar alongside him.
Yep, Salah is from Paris. He's performed all over the world. This is Yaya, who has the energy. She has the light now. She's a dancer and choreographer. The light passes on to more dancers. As you can see, transferring the energy, transferring the light. We have around 40 hip-hop dancers from all over the world in this sequence. Big dance theme to this closing ceremony. Interaction between Salah and Yaya.
Salah's very well known in his home country, France. He won a big French television talent contest in 2006, which really catapulted him to fame. Since then, he's performed all over the world.
It's the light, it's the energy, it reacts. You also see a continuation of a hexagon theme in this part of the ceremony. Seen on buildings throughout Baku's old city, all those ancient and magical symbols. And some highlights of the games over the last 17 days and examples of incredible skill, courage and joy. And of course, the highs and the lows of competition. is Elmer Mikhailov playing the haunting sounds of the Kamanch, a traditional stringed instrument. He's playing Azerbaijani Mugham music, which is an art form that weds classical poetry and musical improvisation. This is Lamia Karimova from the Azerbaijan National Conservatoire. You hear her as the Ateshka fire tempo rises, and on top is a sand painter drawing the tree of life. This is from the Azerbaijani Simurg legend. What she draws comes to life elsewhere. Peter draws a brewing storm. These dancers represent wind and water.
See the three different stages in the arena. They are in the shape of butas. The buta is an ancient almond-shaped design found on much Azerbaijani decorative artworks and architecture. The motif considered the most ancient among all the national ornaments in Azerbaijan and playing a central role at this closing ceremony. And now she's drawn birds, so you'll see the birds appear in the arena.
It'll be 50 birds that appear, representing the 50 nations of the Games.
And that last drawing was of the mythical simurgh, a giant bird, big enough to carry an elephant or a whale. And the simurgh was considered able to purify the land and waters and hence bestow fertility. And legend has it that one flock of birds was looking for this magical simurgh. They all came together and surrounded by flames, they joined together and created a single creature, a single simurgh. And that's what you're going to see created here. There it is, the giant simurgh rising from the ground, catching fire as it burns away, disappearing into 1,000 points of light.
embers fall to earth. They carry the seeds of rebirth and renewal, fulfilling the hopeful promise of the legend.
Azerbaijan, the land of fire, so of course fire has played an important role throughout this ceremony, but now the focus on that one fire in particular, as a flame from these games is extinguished.
The cauldron, the eclipse beginning to fade, but there is still light, and it's in the shape of lanterns. 50 children representing the 50 nations participating in the games, carrying those lanterns.
This is to portray the fact that although the flame of these games has now been extinguished, the light goes on, carried by these children across Europe, as the other athletes and spectators will return to their homes, wherever they may be, carrying the light from these games.
More lanterns are lighting up. There will be 280 in total, hanging onto a very large chandelier in the middle of the arena. The chandelier rising. The entire field of play is filled with light.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Hanımlar ve canablar,
please welcome
karşılayın
DJ Gareth Emery.
So this is our first surprise of the ceremony. We weren't given these names in advance, but this is where the party starts now. 30 minutes really for the athletes and spectators to enjoy themselves, let their hair down. Gareth Emery from England, Southampton, but a big fan of the Welsh rugby team, living in Los Angeles now and performing at the closing ceremony of these inaugural European Games.
And there's Salah and Yaya getting the dance moves going. He won the World Music Award for the world's best electronic dance and music artists. Gareth Emery, and he is going to get this party started.
athletes leave their seats and come down to the centre to take part, to get involved. This is just the first of 3 acts we're expecting for this final segment of the ceremony.
And now, live from Baku, Clean Bandits!
İndi isə Bakıda canlı Clean Bandit qrupu.
Clean Bandit, also from Great Britain. Electronic group, been going since 2009. Some very recognisable songs. First UK singles chart topping single with Rather Be.
They were playing the world-famous Glastonbury Festival earlier this weekend, straight on an aeroplane here in Baku to play the closing ceremony.
People tell me to be cautious. People tell me not to lose my self-control. People tell me to be flawless. People tell me not to let myself be bold. And I think I don't really get it. I think it's all just a beginning again. Still now wake up and I'll forget it. And everyone will know me by a different name. I wanted to be stronger. I wanted to be everything for you. If I could be stronger, would you believe that I could love you like you want me to? Gotta be stronger for you, baby. Love me like you want me to. Gotta be stronger for you, baby. Love me like you want me to. I am a red every time. I try to keep myself dry, until I ask too much. If I could do it again, would you believe what I said? That I still want that rush. I think I don't really get it. I think it's all just a beginning again. Soon I'll wake up and I'll forget it. And everyone will know me by a different name. I wanted to be stronger. I wanted to be everything for you. If I could be stronger, would you believe that I could love you like you want me to? I wanna be strong for you. Love me like you want me to. I wanna be strong for you. Love me like you want me to. I wanna be strong for you. And I can, yes I can. If only you could promise that you would try to, I'll be there. I am gonna be right there. I wanna be strong for you. You, oh you, oh. If only you could promise that you would try to, I'll be there. I'll be there. I wanted to be stronger. I wanted to be everything for you. If I could be stronger, would you believe that I could love you like you want me to? I wanted to be stronger, stronger. I wanted to be everything for you. If I could be stronger, would you believe that I could love you like you want me to? Love me like you want me to. Love me like you want me to. Love me like you want me to. I'm gonna live my life. You want me to. Thank you. This is rather me. We're 1,000 miles from comfort. We have traveled land and sea. But as long as you
He won the Grammy Award for Best Dance Recording.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome
Hanımlar ve cənablar, qarşılayın
John Newman!
This is soul pop sensation 25-year-old John Newman, Great Britain.
Found the woman next to me. Here was burning, inside I'm hurting. The same feeling I can feel. So blame it on the night. Don't blame it on me. Don't blame it on me. Blame it on the night. Don't blame it on me. Don't blame it on me. Blame it on the night. Don't blame it on me. Don't blame it on me. Blame it on the night. Don't blame it on me. Don't blame it on me. Don't you blame it on me. Can't see it, I was manipulated. I too little through the door. I had no choice in this. I was that break to miss. She needed mental talk, so blame it on the night. Took you so long, where only fools go. I shook an angel in your arms. Now I'm rising from the ground, rising up to you. Filled with all the strength I find, there's nothing I can do.
These games have marked an historic moment for European sport and for Azerbaijan.
And so these first ever European Games come to
from
a
all
close.
over the world. The closing ceremony of the first ever European Games
Azerbaijan, land of fire, has shared its flame.
Celebrating with us
For that, we say
in the Baku Olympic
thank you.
Stadium.
Bütün dünyadan təşrif buyurun.
The Zooks play the Talawars later tonight on BT Sport 1, live from 8:45. Then on Tuesday, our Caribbean Premier League cricket moves on to Warner Park in St Kitts as the Talawars play the Patriots at 10:45.
We're living in turbulent and testing times. The world is standing on a razor's edge. We're our own worst enemy if we walk the path that's worn thin. Dare to find an alternative that makes our hearts beat that little bit harder. Then together we'll make great strides for the good of all. This is not about surrendering to convention. This is learning to succeed. This is the Montfort University, Leicester.
Maybe they're under the car. No.
Hi there.
Hello there. Yeah, I've lost my keys.
Okay.
With more specialist skills, more patrols and more expertise than anyone else, we are the Automobile Association. We are the AA.
Hello and welcome to another of our Fletch and Sav selected cuts. I thought that was the meat counter in a supermarket. We're really enjoying them, aren't we? Out of all the shows we did over the course of the season, the one that stood out for us the most was all based around one person, wasn't it, Rob?
Gaza, Paul Gascoigne.
Thanks very much.
I tell you what, Rob, it's hairs on the back of your neck stuff, isn't it? Welcome to the Fletch and Sav studio, Mr. Paul Gascoigne. Morning, Gazza.
Cheers, morning.
What do you think when you see that?
Doddle.
Must be great to be back here as well. Fantastic memories at White Hart Lane.
Yeah, great memories, you know. Remember when I signed you, you know, Terry Venables, the man himself, you know, just the guy he was, and not even that, the squad we had, you know, was right up my street wall, just mad as a hat of the whole lot of them. But it was great, you know, great times, yeah. Maybe I should have stayed on a little bit longer, because this is where I was probably just, you know, people coming to prime when they're like 26, 27. I come to mine when I was 16, 17. No, I mean, the times I had here was fantastic. The fans have always been brilliant every time I come back. It's a great club, and the fans were brilliant. They really took to this, you know.
That's the first Tottenham goal against Arthur without a boot on. I mean, that's the way to announce your arrival here, isn't it? When you're a Newcastle lad and you grow up playing football in the street and you dream of playing at St James's Park and you get the chance to do it, what was that like for you?
Well, you know, when I was a young kid growing up, in the streets where I used to play, I could hear the Gallagher then singing, you know. I was from miles away. And I always remember, like, well, I would love to play there one day. And I was fortunate to be ball boy for Newcastle once. and watching them play and seeing Chris Waddle and that. And then to actually sign for him, it was a dream, you know. I remember the teacher saying, "You're never going to be a footballer, only 1 in a million makes it." And I went, "I'll be that one, sir." I always remember going back and haunting the bloke. To play for your local team and your mates, you know, coming to watch you play, it was a buzz, and my family and all that. So, you know, to actually start my career where I was born, it was fantastic.
How big a wrench was it to make the move from Newcastle to come here to Tottenham?
You know, I didn't really want to leave Newcastle, and I didn't, because it was like I loved the club, you know, and the fact that, you know, we're selling the best players. And if you want to be the best, you have to play with the best. And I know we sold Chris Waddle, obviously went, and then Peter Bezier was close, so he went.